Hey there and welcome to the channel. My name is Alex and behind me is Zoe, and today we're gonna do more work on her. The plan is quite simple. I just want to remove the W brace and kidney braces and see the general condition of them, if I need to replace them. Uh, Hopefully it won't take much time, but you never know, right? Like working on cars is very unpredictable, especially on old cars. But before we start, I just want to give you a brief update on what happened last week. To be honest, not much. I just removed the rear bumper, and I'll show you a few things that you should pay attention to. Basically about the tools that you need to use and tricky stuff that people usually, well, at least I didn't find anything on YouTube. There was a good write up on Z Forum, and I'll put the link in the description. But again, it's one thing to read about it or watch it on YouTube and do it yourself. It never goes as easy as it's shown. So yeah, the other thing that happened is I sold my old cats. The car came with decats, straight pipes, and the cats were in the boot. They were fine generally, but one of the flanges, I think the one that connects to the manifold, was badly warped. And I think it could have been fixed, maybe, but I just didn't want to waste time and money on that. So I sold my standard cats on eBay and just bought a set of second-hand high-flow cats. Hopefully they'll be fine. My major concern with that is that some MOT testers just don't know how to test them or like to fail them. I'm not sure if it's widely common or just one or two people that you can come across which are in a bad mood. Well, we'll test and see how it goes. Hopefully it's gonna be fine. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's begin. Well, the bumper is off, and there's just a few points that I want to highlight for anyone who will be taking their bumper off. Basically, it's very simple. There are just 3 bolts that hold the rear light, and you just need to slide them. There are like 2 clips or tabs, whatever you want to call them, that hold the, let me show you. There's one that was broken, that wasn't me, and the one just came off fine. So you just slide them like sideways. Don't put too much force, it's fine, they'll just pop right out. After that, there are like a few places on this side. There's one bolt that's holding the bumper at the bottom, and there's one, I think, somewhere in there. The hard part though is these things, they are really bad. I don't know, most of the people just say to use long nose pliers to get to them and twist. Basically, you just need to twist them like 90 degrees, but because there is no much room there, I could barely squeeze my hand between the body and the bumper, and I couldn't grab it. So the way you should do it actually is to use the 8mm spanner, and you just do it like this. And it's, even with the spanner, is not that easy, but I mean, it's gonna save you a lot of time and nerve. Just crazy. The other thing that I want to mention is these clips that holding the top of the bumper. As you can see, I broke one. Yeah, this is on me. Nothing particularly difficult about them, but in my case they were holding the bumper really strongly. I had to yank on them really hard, so be prepared to just like put some force, and if it breaks, it breaks. You might need to buy another one to replace it, but in my case there was just one in the middle, and I'm not sure if I gonna place it. On the back side we can see there is more rust on these brackets. It's mostly surface, nothing structural, and it didn't go through, not yet anyway. And this is what we've got underneath. As you can see, the chassis legs are kind of corroded with that mostly looks like surface rust. The other side affected as well, I think to a bigger degree, just a little bit, yeah. Again, it's not as bad as the rear arches and the seals, but the brackets that hold the exhaust probably need to come off. I'll just spray paint them. Well, I wire brush them and spray paint just to make them a little bit nicer. I'm not sure that I'm gonna drop the rear subframe, not yet. I will try just removing the cans of the exhaust, which is quite a nice design. I can just undo those two nuts, and on the other side as well. I don't know if you can see them, basically 4 nuts, and these cans should come out relatively easy, so I'll have all room in the world to get to give this side a proper treatment. So let's begin undoing the W brace, which is gonna be quite fun. Probably not. The W brace, the infamous W brace, is basically disintegrated, and I'm not sure if it's metal anymore. I think before we can remove it, we would have to take this plastic tray from this side. That side has been already removed by someone, or by just time, and the nuts that holding it probably just rotted away. So let's see if we get lucky and we'll be able to remove this bit without breaking anything, which I highly doubt. You know what? I might give it a little bit of, like, a smidge of heat before I even touch it. Well, well, I'll show you in a second, but it just fell off. Yep, it's gone. It was there, and now it's not. Well, let's break it off. Look at all this crustiness. Still need to get that balled out. It's not very fun. I wish I had a hoist or in quick jacks. Would have been so much easier. think I stripped it. Well, not stripped it, but rounded. Yep. Damn it. Huh. It doesn't even look that bad. I mean, clearly it has to be replaced, but this one is, well, it's all on me. I should have used the impact gun on that one. That's my fault. Though I think, yeah. Now I round it. Don't drop it, it's hot. It's hot. Whew. By the way, the smoke that you see it's not burning. Nothing is burning, it's just PB Beluster that I sprayed everywhere like 3 or 4 days ago. You've got to be extra careful because the bolts are still really hot. Okay, this side is free, so now's the most interesting part. We need to go all the way under the car. Well, there are 4 more bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you can't see on the other side, but they're symmetrical and they are 14s. So, ooh, it's really tight in here, and I don't know how it's gonna look, but probably not very good. Oh well. Yeah, there's no way I can... Ooh. Nice. Yep. Much better. Yeah, so much easier. Oh, it's much harder. It's so much harder. I mean, it's possible, but it's nearly impossible. So I'd recommend using heat anywhere, but I mean, be reasonable, don't burn yourself, don't burn your car, don't burn down your house. But it helps, it does help a lot. And the last one. Really uncomfortable. Ah, positions here. Okay. The infamous W brace is out, and as you can see, well, it's just gone. Just dust Literally. There is no single piece of metal that still can be considered metal, just all rust. Like, it's so bad. Look at this. It's just horrible. Next step would be to remove these so-called kidney braces. And this is what I'm gonna do right now. Well, at least I'll try and see how it goes. It's been held by these 2 bolts and 3 nuts. The one that goes to the subframe is just over there. Yeah, let's see how it goes. This should do the trick. Boom. And it's out. Huh. It looks like it's been at the bottom of the ocean for ages, but it's still solid. I mean, they've used lots of metal. Like, the thickness of it should have been like, I don't know, at least a couple of millimeters, if not more. So even with all this flaky rust out, it should hold quite well. And this is how it looks without that brace or bracket in place. This is where it used to be, and now it's gone. So in the next episode, I think we're gonna be restoring the kidney braces and just treating more rust on the car. Hopefully we'll get it done relatively soon. I think we might place we might put the high flow cats on the car and start it and see how well we won't be able to feel any difference, but it should smell a little bit less. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for sticking around and see you in the next one.